Listing a home gives you all kinds of options. You can hire a real estate agent. You can do a limited service company, or you can do it on your own as a for sale by owner, or better known as a FSBO. And that is just fine as long as you have a plan. Just taking some photos and throwing it on a site out there to hopefully that somebody catches wind of your home being sold. It takes a lot more than that. And great news is I can give you some guidance with that with my for sale by owner selling kit, and we're going to go through that in just a little bit. I'm Ron Roberts, aka Ron the Home Loan Dude with Roberts Home Loans, and I specialize working with for sale by owners, being that partner in the process of being able to get a home on the market and giving you that guidance of all the experience I've had helping hundreds of people purchase homes over the years. And that's exactly what you need is somebody who can give you that guidance and not just, it takes more than just taking a couple pictures and hoping that somebody sees it. So we're going to go through that process here. And at the end, you'll have a link to be able to get the digital book of what I'm about to talk about and be able to go by step. And that way you'll be able to take advantage of every opportunity out there to be able to get your home sold. And you'll be happy to move on your way. All right, so I am going to share my screen now. And basically, if you do me a favor, please like and subscribe and be able to get more information like this as time goes by. So this is my for sale by owner seller kit. And basically, what we're going to talk about is just a simple plan, and we're going to talk about marketing smarter, making sure you get the photos up right, exactly what avenues to go down. We're going to understanding how to screen a buyer, and that's really important, especially because for sale by owners can really bring in unrepresentative buyers, and a lot of people don't really understand that they're supposed to get pre-approved first. And that's the craziest thing. They start looking at homes first. You really shouldn't let anybody in your home if they're not pre-approved. Just putting it out there. There's no reason to take time out of your day and have somebody come walk through your home and take up your time if they don't even know how much home they can afford, right? So making sure they're pre-approved and keeping deals together. Even the most experienced agents out there have had issues by not having the right lender. Have the deal put together to make sure that there's not going to be something that's going to make it fall apart, and because they missed something, they miscalculated information, and then they're not able to get the money to be able to purchase the home. And then also I'll finish off my great program with a buy before you sell program. It might fit exactly what you're looking to be able to do to give you that peace of mind to go ahead and move forward and get your home sold whenever you're not having to schedule showings and while you're living there and keeping the house clean and all that. So we're going to go over some of those items there. And if I can get my screen to go to the next slide, Clyde. All right, sorry about that delay. So basically, this would be something you would want to put up in somewhere you would see it each and every day for your first 7 days to make sure you don't miss anything. Easily print it out and have it up there, however you keep track of everything. But day one, and listen, if you already have your home list on the market, that's okay. Make today day one. It's fine because you're going to see in here, I'm going to talk about some refreshing things. So make this your refresh day. So day one, you want to make sure that the pricing is aligned properly, and absolutely you want to get value for what you put in the home. There's something special. There's a wow factor about your home. There's some pricing in there you want to put in for that. Any upgrades, things like that. So you want to see what sold properties are out there and see in the last 3 to 6 months and see how those homes compare. You got to be able to see inside the house and see what the pictures are, what they have. If they have a video, that's even better. And then you can make a really good comparison of what buyers are actually paying for out there for a home. And if you see a home that is similar to yours and they took a much lower offer, maybe there's a reason for that, and you have more upgrades, or maybe you don't have any upgrades and they had a lot of upgrades and that was the price difference. Buyers are very savvy today, so you got to be very strategic on pricing your home, because if you price it too high, you're gonna get a stale listing, and stale listings on the local MLS are bad. Stale listings on a for sale by owner area is even worse. So you do not want to be a stale listing. Stale listing is something that's more than 30 days old, and then people think if it didn't sell, what's wrong with it? You don't want that thought to go in a buyer's mind. All right. So be cautious of that. And a good way to really gauge that is look at active homes, the homes that are currently active on the market. How long have they been active on the market? And if they've been on the market for 30 plus days, why? Is it price or is it condition? Is it a combination of the two? So some things to be able to consider so you'll have a realistic view of what's going to happen when you have the home on the market itself. Day two, you want to make sure you increase inquiries. Having a payment option flyer, something that you lets buyers know, because buyers really are focused on more about how much they're going to have to pay monthly than so much on the price. They're looking at price because it's payments, but if you can show them, have a flyer put out and be able to show them what the payment would be, because it's not just principal and interest. As you know, the homeowner, you have taxes, insurance, possibly HOA, maybe a CDD. There's all these different prices that can go in place. So if they can see what the price is, how much monthly they're going to have, they'll be a little bit more engaged. Add urgency, and you definitely want to add urgency to the home itself. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. Tightening your funnel, improving conversions. We're going to go through that. And then if it does get a little kind of stale, we're talking about remarketing. And really, after the first week or two, if you're not getting a lot of showings, you got to do some refreshing. And then review and optimize. All right, so days 1 through 4. We kind of talked about this already. You want to launch right. You want to have the right pricing on there. You want to get it on Zillow, of course. And the only way to get it on anything else besides Zillow, Realtor.com, to get it on all the other broker sites, get it on Redfin, get it on all those sites, homes.com, is you have to be involved with something that connects to the MLS. Now, here's the thing. The MLS is crazy right now. There's multiple MLS services, there's multiple sites, and you got to be able to touch as many of those as you possibly can. So, there's a state MLS service that people are looking at, and people are finding all different ways. They're starting to use AI more now today to be able to find properties. And you want that home to be able to be shown whenever they're searching, utilizing AI or traditional website services or apps or things like that. So we want to make sure you get as much exposure using Facebook Marketplace, all those things like that. And then, like I said, day 2, you want to increase inquiries with the payment option. It's a great tool to be able to utilize. Days 3, that add urgency. You want to schedule an open house, and open house is work. You need to be able to connect with as many people as you can about the open house. So one way you can do that is with social media, but without a right network already put in place, social media will only touch a few people, and you cannot guarantee and count on that. You got to get the word out. So yes, that does mean knocking on your neighbors' doors and letting them know that you're having an open house at your home, and you want to be able to let, if they have a friend or a family member that like to pick their neighbor, then, come over and take a look at the home itself. Going around to the local businesses and handing out a flyer and letting them know that you have an open house soon to the area. Signs are good to have, but it's more about getting the word out, because signs, you can put out signs, and you should definitely put out signs, but that's not going to drive people out. Making those connections, and that's utilizing social media, all of them, getting the word out that way. You can call different real estate agents and let them know that you're having an open house. Now they're going to try to list your house, but it's all part of the game. It's just part of the game. That's all. Day 4, you want to tighten your funnel. Not all interested buyers are going to qualify, and this is where to get in the verified pre-approval is really, really, really important, right? All right, so days 5 through 7, these are really critical. You want to improve conversions. You want to make sure that your people that are coming to see the property are wanting to take a look at the property and everything. Now, if you're getting views, but you're not getting interaction, there's something going on with the listing itself. If you're getting activities, but you're not getting any showings, then that's something else. Something's not really clicking. It could be the presentation, it could be the pictures, it could be lighting. You can't really see the home right. It might have a little bit to do with pricing on the property itself. If you really, by day 5, if you don't have a lot of activity on there, you want to do something what we call remarket and basically change up the pictures. Have a couple different shots made of different rooms, and then upload a different picture. Change the front photo. Also, definitely video is really important. Having a video done, and honestly, I would really recommend hiring a real estate photography company to come out and do the photography and video. You would spend less than $700 to get some nice photography, and they'll even set up for social media options, do some AI for you. So if that's something you want to look into, definitely just put it in the comments. Photo shoot, and I can give you some contacts on some local places that will do some photography for you. All right, and then review and optimize. You want to track your funnel. You want to see like from the names from the open house, people that gave you your names and phone numbers. You send them text, right? And you got there and said, "Thank you for coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. I want to be able to make a deal if you like the home, and be able to." And day 7, you want to follow up with those people. You want to see and re-engage them, invite them back out again, so you can see, because the trick with real estate is it's exposure and engagement, exposure and engagement, and exposure and engagement. And that's just marketing 101. That's why we all know the Coca-Cola brand, right? All the marketing, the Pepsi, and all those big names, right? It's all about branding. Well, you have to brand your home so people know to come see it. All right. So make buyers feel confident. And the way you do that is, we talked about, is having a payment option flyer. And with that, I can put together something for you where it'll show different payments. I've access to down payment programs out there, and we can, we look at conventional and FHA and VA if they're served in our military. Thank you for your service for those that have done that. So we can, all those different options there. And making sure you have a verified pre-approval check. You don't want just any buyer coming in to your home. And then also very important, having a sign-up sheet on your open house activity days, and want to make sure those people are leaving their name and number and email, not just coming in your house and opening doors and figuring stuff out. It's okay to ask for that information. If they don't want to give it to you, say bye-bye, have a nice day. It's okay. Now, here's the big thing. You want to prevent financing fallout. Very important. Preventing financing fallout is the key, the best we can. Now, we cannot guarantee everything, but as an experienced mortgage broker, we know that we can get these things to closing, or there's going to be some challenges or issues. And it's better to know that stuff up front. So I put a list of 4 questions that you can ask a lender. Now, I'm more than happy to partner with you, and I can ask these questions for you. But if you feel like you want to do this solo, that's fantastic. Here you go. Just copy and paste this and put in there, ask these questions. If there was an automated underwriting done, income verification, which is gigantic. That's one of the biggest ones that makes mistakes out there. And then they're not able to get the loan because they don't calculate the income correctly. There is a way to calculate income, especially if there's any bonuses, overtime included into their income calculations. There is a specific way to do that. 1099s, self-employed, do those all the time. We can absolutely get them done, but they have to be done with an experienced mortgage broker. Make sure that you go dot those I's and cross those T's. But it can definitely be done. Don't shy away from self-employed or people that are 1099 type of employment. Verifying funds to close. This is another big miss I see, is they'll just believe the people that they say that they have X amount of dollars. There's down payment and there's closing cost. And then you also money to move, right? So you got a lot of money coming up. And yeah, you can do as low as 3% down for conventional financing for a first-time home buyer, or FHA, if you have a little less credit available and you have more debt, you can do FHA financing. It's 3.5% down, but it's still 3% plus closing cost is about 3 to 4% of the purchase price. So, we need to prove that they have the money and they may verify that, right? And then also knowing what kind of property extras or concerns, what age is the home, what the insurance might be, is there any HOA, there's CDD fees, got to calculate all that. Does the lender know about all those things, right? So you want to make sure those questions are asked and be able to get a verified pre-approval and everything. So it's very, very important. Now, pre-qualification is junk because pre-qualification, somebody just told somebody these things, but nothing was seen. They got pre-qualified. You would need a verified pre-approval and be able to do that. And then kind of what those four things right there helps get that verified pre-approval. And so basically, if you like to have some information about an open house flyer or want a payment flyer, payment options flyer, go ahead and text me FSBO at 321-332-8049, and I will put that together for you once you give me a little bit of information about your property. Be happy to guide you through that. Now, common financing paths, we talked about this a little bit. I want to kind of just highlight, don't be afraid of any of these because as long as the buyer is pre-approved, then probably moving forward, as long as they're verified pre-approved, right? So conventional is fantastic. FHA is, do a lot of FHA. There are some little restrictions, but nothing that can't be taken care of. VA is absolutely the best financing out there, and it should be because it's for our service men and women that have given their lives, time, and efforts to protect our country and our freedoms. So VA, if somebody is a veteran and they're saying they have VA financing, you have a solid buyer right there. Definitely don't move away from that. And then there's down payment assistance programs to help people that need a little assistance with down payment. They don't have enough money saved up, but they have great income and they can handle the payment. They just haven't had the ability to get enough money saved up and they're ready to go ahead and buy a house. There's down payment programs out there. I don't want to miss that. All right, so say you got everything rocking and rolling and you're really good about the stuff, but you're a little hesitant on getting the house ready and allowing showings, and you got to put your stuff away and you're not really sure about how you're going to coordinate all this and everything. We have a great program. It's buy before you sell. This allows you to be able to grab the equity from your home. If you don't need the equity from your home, then that's okay too. That's okay too. You can, if you just need to eliminate the current mortgage from your debt to income ratio on your new home, that can do that for you also. So this is a great program. It allows you to move into a new home, get qualified for the mortgage, and now you're qualified for the mortgage. You move into the home. You got 3 months really, because you got time to move. It gives you 21 days to move out of the house. And then you got 3 more months after that, once you move out of the house, to get the home sold. You're in complete control of the house. You're in complete control of the process. And this allows you to be able to go from having to worry about scheduling showings and having the house ready to go ahead and buying your new home without any contingencies. And then you have your home ready to go. You've moved out. You got it all cleaned up. You put it on the market, and then it can be shown. And you don't have to worry about getting it ready because nobody's living there, right? And then you have 3 months to get it sold. And if it doesn't sell in 3 months, there's other options. You're still in control. You're complete control of it. It's a great program. If you'd like a little bit more information about that, there's my phone number right there. You can just reach out to me and I can give you a little bit more information and see if you qualify. All right. So the next step is start here. Text FSBO to 321-332-8049, and I'll get those flyers for you out and ready to go. I can even put together a 7-day plan of your neighborhood playbook and be able to really fine tune into your area. Be more than happy to do that. And then if you want a little bit of information about if you like the idea about the buy before you sell program, just let me know. Just give me a call, send me a text, and you can just put, I don't have it in there right there, but you can put BBYS, buy before you sell, right? So I hope this has been great information for you. The link is going to be in the description for you to be able to open up as a digital playbook and be able to just go step by step, follow it. If you have questions, you got my phone number right there. Put comments in on this message here. I'll be happy to follow up for you. So once again, Ron, the Home Loan Dude with Roberts Home Loans, and happy selling.